Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to get a Scout 800 started that hasn't been running in 3 years and go for a little ride in the snow. So stick around. So if you've seen some of my earlier videos, much earlier, you'll see the one where we pulled the goat shed with the Scout to a new location near my cabin. If you've not seen that one, check it out. Anyway, that green Scout 800's got the V8 in it. Well, I pulled it that day and realized that my tires were pretty old, didn't have a lot of traction left on them. I went and bought new tires, put them on there, and then I think I drove it one time and put it in the barn, and then we moved and we bought a house and blah, 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 and life, and then I haven't started it in 3 years. So today we're headed out. We're going to get it started, take it for a ride, and enjoy some of the snow that we rarely ever get anymore. So let's get out to the cabin. So April's running in the store for some snacks, and while she's doing that, just a little update on things. It's been a while since I put out a video, and I don't know if this happens to you guys or not, but life just got in the way. I'm remodeling a house and other things, nothing too detrimental, but it's just that life has gotten a little full. And my New Year's resolution is to take a little time to do some of the things I enjoy a little bit more often. So I'm going to try to get some videos out. We have a lot of things in the works. You can put it in the comments what you want to do. I have the Aristocrat still that is sitting in oil but has not gotten started. So if you watch that video, if that's what you want to see, let me know. My wife has a Traveler, and I have a new Sniper 2 fuel injection to put on it. And it's all sitting there in the box. Got it for Christmas. And we need to roll on that before spring. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in more camping, more getting out there, boondocking, traveling, we have a trail ride set up for the end of February, and we'll be doing some video there. Also have a 52 Willys that I haven't started in a few years that we need to get started because we're going to put it up for sale. And that's all I can think of at the moment. I'm sure there's more. And one of the things on the list was to get the 800 going, the green 800 with the V8. I just haven't started it in forever. And it's time to get out there and get that done. So, oops, I see my donuts coming. So let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And we'll let that guide us. So let's hit the road, get out there and get this thing started. Okay, let's take a look at it. Yeah, 3 years at least. My barn has turned into a storage shed at my cabin, with box turtle food. So everybody needs that. The fuel pump off of your Traveler, April, or one of them. Won't need that anymore when we put the injection on. Anyway, we'll see if we can get this fired up. I don't know what the lighting is like in here. We'll have to check. I don't know if we can record in here or not. Get my son's dirt bike out of the way. Maybe not so far. Stay. All right. The paper the paper glove box out of Nugget. A bird nest, that's new. We'll just put that there on the workbench. And there's not even a battery in it. Well, this just went to crap. I guess we pull it out of the truck. All right, let's go pull it out of the truck. Well, before we do that, let's check the oil. That's something to wipe oil on. Perfect. Plenty of oil. And let's see if the coolant is still in there. Well, I don't see any. So, I thought there was a battery, but there's not. So we are going to put the battery out of my truck into it and try it that way. A little low on coolant, but I just found a whole jug of coolant there on my shelf that's probably 3 or 4 years old, along with all the other junk. So we'll top it off with this. And get it started. I'll go ahead and put a little of this in first. Yeah, I'd say it's a little low. Maybe I'll look under.
I was going to say, maybe there's a hole.
I don't see any big leaks. But she has been sitting for about 3 years, so... Well, no, I can see it in the radiator now, so... It has it in it. It's just... maybe half a jug low. Whoop! Yep, half a jug. All right. That'll be fine. I don't have a heater in here. I did the fancy block the heater core off years ago. Heater coil started leaking, but we only drove it in the summers because we lived in Alaska. We come to Virginia, we drive this thing around. And so I just capped it off. It wouldn't help us today anyway because, well, I don't have a top on it either, so it's not like the heat's going to really do much. All right, so let's pull the battery out of the truck. Maybe I'll check the brake fluid too, because, you know, I might want that. And let's see what we get. It's on that side. And it's got some of this great blue stuff on it, you know. Probably could have used cleaned off anyway. So play with it all day, and we'll stick her back in. So I actually do have a coat in the truck, but it's one of those puffy coats that when you walk goes zip, 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 zip. And I figured that probably wouldn't be great for the sound quality. So just know that for you, I'm cold.
You know, you do have a good hat from
do.
Alaska, and since they say the heat escapes 90% out of your head, you might want to put it on.
Well, I do. Maybe I will. If I do that, I won't be able to hear you.
Is that new?
All right, let's go give it a shot. This is the ground. And this is the hot one. It runs all the way across, and last year I drove it. It fell off of the firewall and got hung in the rag joint and ground it out and shut the Scout off and burned up my what's that thing called? I forget. Oh yeah. I still can't remember what that's called. It has escaped my brain. I don't know, guys, if you know this, but I'm not a mechanic. So it's that black box. Relay, switch, no. Solenoid, no. Voltage regulator. Ha ha! Okay. So that'll be that. If oh, I just saw that bar. Did I knock it through? I may have. All right, well, we won't hook it down until we can get it started. That seems reasonable, right? So, hot and not hot. Positive, negative. Now, those are pretty rough. So we'll tighten a little bit with this. Okay. So that's that. Now when I turn the key, we should hear a fuel pump. Come on, baby. Listen to there. I'm not hearing a lot of fuel come up in the pump. But I have fuel in the truck. Or at least I thought of that. Also, we check the other tank. Neither of the fuel gauges work, obviously. Still nothing. So we'll put 5 gallons of gas in this one, see what we can do. We will have to clean some junk out of it before we go for a ride. If we can get it started, but I might be counting my chickens before they hatch. So April, what did you want to do today? Get an old Scout started? Go for a ride in the snow?
I wanted pictures in the snow, but this will do.
This is pictures of me and the Scout in the snow.
We miss the snow. It's a great technique you got going on there.
Skills, baby, skills.
3 hours later.
I think we'll call that good. Most of it's in there, and I might need a little bit to pour down the carb. Okay, now fuel select to this side. Holy cow, there's gloves in there. So we'll give it a crank. Not great gloves. Ugh. Pine sap. Let's give it a pine sap. All right. What else? Check the oil. We're good. Check coolant. We're good. Give it a couple little cranks, maybe to move a little oil around before we really start hogging on it. Now the gear. The choke work? I forget. Look down here at the carb and tell me. I don't think the choke's hooked up on this one. Again, the downside to driving it only in the summer times. Here's some liquid wrench. Let's see if we can oil that up a little bit. All right. And see what I can get. See if it'll pull a little fuel up. The other problem is I don't have the choke hooked up at all. So I manually am going to choke it, but then I'll open it back up. My fancy fuel. All right, let's try that again. That fuel pump isn't getting as quiet as I would hope it would. It's just making me a little nervous that we got a bad fuel pump. Feels like plenty. Getting closer. One more try, and if this doesn't work, we will pull the fuel line off and make sure we're getting fuel. One problem we have is that, well, a fuel pump should really be down on the frame. They're a much better pump at pushing fuel than pulling fuel. But I would have thought by now it would come up okay. The fuel line's pretty old. It's a little bit brittle. Not a very flexible fuel line anymore. There we go. Okay. Well, tell me if you see fuel. No fuel. Let's try to prime it a little bit. Oops. Let's see if that'll do it. So I know I have fuel now in the line for the carb. Don't want to torch it. I'll put a little bit more in the carb. See if I can get an idle, and maybe it will draw it up. Filling the fuel bowl up. A little in the throat. And let's see what we get. Oh, wait. I didn't tighten that well enough. I'm seeing a little drip here, which makes me think the fuel pump is fuel pumping. Maybe. Ah, hear how quiet the fuel pump is? Success! Woo! Three years. All righty. Well, we'll spend a little time cleaning it out. Let's go for a ride. Clean as a whistle. Ooh, yeah. Look at them go. I forgot to look in the reservoir. So, we'll go down the field and see. Yeah, we got some brakes.
There's another one.
The parts Scout that still runs. We had a big windstorm recently and a lot of trees came down. So currently I just have it in two-wheel drive. should get us out there okay. And we'll see. Yeah, we had a big tree come down here also. And one across the road over there. I love Nugget, but the V8, well, the V8's in a whole separate class. Okay, that's enough. Let's put it four-wheel drive. My videographer is taking some photos. We don't get to see snow much. We miss it. Absolutely miss it. And I've been missing Sweet Leaf. That's what we always called it. Anyway. So we have it in four-wheel drive now. It should make it spin a little less. And we'll check some of the trails. Hopefully there won't be a whole lot of trees down. I've really not been up here. The four-cylinder weighs I think it's 580 pounds or something, and this is the V8. The difference is night and day when you put this thing in four-wheel drive. With all that weight on those front tires, it is, well, it just turns into a little tank. Yeah, a lot of tree limbs down, but nothing big so far. Did that help?
Yeah, that's better. So much better.
Oh, so many tree limbs. Hold it over here, you can see. It's almost like this was built as a four-wheeler trail. Little thin. Get a shot of his tree stand. That was my brother's tree stand. How you doing?
A little frosty.
Little frosty. I'll trim that one for you.
Thank you.
Oh, we have a tree down. Now, can I get around that? I might could drag that one out of the way. Maybe. Well, that won't break.
Trail cleanup crew.
We'll give that a shot. Whew, there went one.
That's a big. Uh-oh.
Well,
I see a problem.
I see a problem.
Didn't bring a chainsaw.
Nope. Would have been smart. All right. I think we got to turn around. I don't think I can do anything with that one. Oh well. Back that way we go. I don't have a sort of rope even that I could hook to it. Mike could go around it, come up this way. We will try to go around this tree and come up the other side. Tank. Some low limbs. Duck down. You can shoot through here for a minute. Oh no! What happened?
Trying to kill me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, the trail ends here. So we'll see if we can't get it turned around and go back the way we came. The top of one of these giant white pines. Actually, I think it's that guy. That big one right there has no top in it anymore. The top of that big white pine is now right over there in the trail. So I don't see a way around that one.
You've literally hit the wall.
Yes, we have hit the wall. So we'll take Sweet Leaf back down the hill, back out the road, tuck it away in the barn, and maybe try to start it more often. Anyway, let's try. Wouldn't power steering be nice? Oh, it's a little snowy. Well, April, what'd you think?
That's fun.
I wish we could have got the end though. It was so close. So close. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are our Malachi from Alaska and her fur mittens. Yeah, if we kept a couple mementos, and occasionally they still come in handy. So
Because they don't get wet from the Virginia wet snow.
no. Turns out water doesn't get inside of a beaver. So the mittens and the hats and the things. I think that's a marten. If we get through here,
Because it even has tails.
even has the tails. All right, folks. Well, there you go. Back tucked away, not for 3 years this time. If you want to see more of Sweet Leaf, let me know. I got to do something with her that isn't just sitting in the barn. Anyway, so there will be more videos coming out. I've been kind of slow lately, but I've got plans for 3 or 4 things. Drop what you're interested in the comments, whether it be more Sweet Leaf, more boondocking, the Sniper 2 fuel injection on the Traveler, the Aristocrat, getting it running. So drop those in the comments. Be sure and like and subscribe the video if you enjoy it. Subscribing will make sure you don't miss out on the upcoming things that we'll be doing soon. So happy New Year, and thank you guys for watching.